Marvelous!
What's happening, YouTube? It's Marvelous. And my opinion on this particular subject matter. I want to talk about I guess diversity in the sense of when it comes to hiring or even selecting people, right? And the thing that I find hypocritical about, even when it's written in law or in policy about hiring individuals, you say, like, let's say I own a business, and of course I'm looking at qualifications, I'm looking at experience, what type of position can you fill, and all these things, how flexible you are, everything that actually matters. And then when you look at the discrimination laws, it's quite black and white. You're not gonna not hire someone based on their sex, race, religion, sexual preference, or any of that stuff, right? So we know that. So what grinds my gears is, let's say, I'm looking for applicants. I get some people who come up, and they're gonna come at random times. I can't control who comes to my door, so that's one. But I do control access to who gets hired. That's two. So to me, I always look at things as priority one, qualifications and stuff like that, and then two, when can you start type shit. And are you in the pecking order? Basically, the pecking order is simply first come, first serve basis. It's not that hard for me, because again, I just need someone to fill in the position. That's it. And it's a business. I need to get this business started and running. I need someone to fill it in. Cool. Now let's say I have about 10 employees, or let's make it a higher number. Let's say I got about 100 employees. Close work. I got 100 employees now, all working for me. And then someone from outside looks in and says, you know what? I don't see enough females at your job. I only see 3 females out of 97 males. What's going on here at your establishment? Okay, let's talk about it. First off, why are you looking for females? Because I wasn't doing that when I was hiring people. Straight up. That's called discrimination. If I am purposely singling out someone and hiring them based on their sex, that goes against the policy in itself. That'd be hypocritical of me to hire you or even prioritize you because of your sex or your race. That's hypocrisy. I'm literally race, sex, or sexual, or I'm doing all the things they tell you not to do. It is hypocritical of me. But you're critiquing me for not selecting with intentions on their sexual preference, their sex in general, or their race. Dude, I don't know what to even say to that. It infuriates me to some degree, because it's like, why? For the love of God, you're telling me not to discriminate, but here you come in to my business and you're seeking, because through your perception, right? It's almost like, I'll give you another example of what this is like, right? My wife, she's Asian. Some people gonna look at that and say, oh, your wife isn't black. Do you hate black women or something? And it's like, no. Why do you think I hate black women? Because my wife isn't black? Are you serious? It's just like, I've dated all kinds of women. Again, this comes to applicants. All types of applications have come this way. I have not discriminated on the sense of race to any woman. Body type and character, of course, but when it comes to Her race? No, that was never gonna be an issue for me. Personally, I find beauty in all races. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But no, I did. I'm not anti-black because my wife is not black. That's insane. But that's how people approach things, even when it comes to these job hires. I don't see women at your job, so I think you're anti-women. And it's like, I have never denied a woman's application because she's a woman. That's insanity. Why would I get rid of talent if she met all the critiques? Same thing with the woman. If I met a woman who met everything I want in a woman, minus the race, because that's not a thing for me. I don't care about her race per se. I look, I'm wrong. It's not that I don't have preferences, you know what I'm saying? I do, but these things are hollow to me. To me. I personally gotta be with someone who's gonna cooperate, be in my program, and you know what I'm saying, like who has a certain decor about her. As far as the race thing, because the thing about it is, your race is to determine your decisions that you're gonna make. You know, you're not some default program that I'm just gonna pick up from whatever and say, okay, this is exactly what I'm gonna get when I pick a black woman or an Asian woman or a white woman. And it's like, no, that's narrow-minded. That's not how things work. People in general are all unique and all make different decisions and have different things to offer, character, all that shit, whatever. Fuck it. Not talking about ever with women and men relationships, but just in general, when it comes to hiring people and people start to complain about, I don't see enough diversity. It's hypocritical for you to even look for diversity in the sense of why you're looking. You're looking because you want to see whatever it is you want, prefer, your preference, whatever it is that you find to be problematic, that's a you problem. It's not the company's problem, it's your problem for assuming that a company, and this is what you're assuming, it's all assumption. It's all because you have an insecurity for whatever it is that you're seeing in what it is that you're looking at. So let's say I go to a job and I see that there's like no black people at this company. Am I going to assume that, oh shit, they're probably not going to hire me because I'm black, man? I don't see no black people here. They probably don't even mess with people like myself. That's my projection. That's what my assumption is. I haven't even put application in yet, and I already have my pre-assumptions based on what I'm seeing. Like, nah, dog, they ain't about that, dog. You know what I'm saying? I probably have to give them a white name, or you know what I'm saying, I have to blend in with them. Like, no. For the love of God. And I know there's been studies on this, you know what I'm saying? It's not to say that racism or narrow-minded individuals don't exist. That's not the case here. It's not what I'm trying to fight against here, guys. Understand what I'm saying? I'm simply saying this, all right? To assume on your part, as someone from the outside looking in, to assume that it's the worst thing, like, to not see diversity in general. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to think how it's like you can see things play out in a certain way, right? And you have to understand why these things happen. So, like, I don't know, a lot of times you see a lot of doctors, particularly, right? Let's go with the medical and health field. You tend to see a lot of people from Asia in that field, particularly those from like I would say Southwest Asia, or even South Asia in general, who tend to take up that field a lot. Actually, just most of Asia in general, when I think about it. They tend to take up the medical field a lot, you know. There could be actually a legit reason for why that is. I have to look into the culture, resources, and things of that nature to why those groups tend to go to that. Then you have entertainment. I think a lot of African Americans are invested into entertainment due to the culture. You can just see it kind of play out, you know, their mannerisms, wanting to stand out, be flashy, be seen, this kind of thing. So it kind of makes sense for why, you know, you start to see Again, that plays in more towards the culture of the people and how kind of careers they end up pathing out. Now, I know within black culture, we're trying to get rid of certain stereotypes and stigmas, and like, not every black person has to be an athlete or whatever. We can have some doctors and some other inspirations other than entertainment. I agree with that as well. But the thing is this, because at the end of the day, all that I described was just imagery at the end of the day. And people like to, for the most part, see themselves in certain fields. And when it comes to this job, when you don't see yourself in this particular field or whatever it is you're observing from the outside looking in, you come to your own assumptions. You know what I'm saying? So even for myself, me having my wife who she is, it's like to a black woman who wants to be with a black man, she sees it as insulting in a way. She internalizes in a way, and it's kind of like, you know, this man, why couldn't he accept a black woman and X, Y, and Z? And it's like, it's not that I did not want to accept a black woman because she was black. It's not like I didn't want to hire her, for instance, or him or whoever because of this, you know, their race or sex. It's not like I'm not denying them, if that makes sense. You know, there's been no denial. The opportunity has always been presented there. It's always been there. Even when I was dating, when I was in the free market, I was for anyone who wanted to shoot the shot, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was a very kind and humble person, and I put myself out there. So it's the same thing I see when it comes to job hires. Jobs put applications out there for people to go out there and present themselves and want to come to get a job. And I find it to be, pretty much narrow-minded to assume that you assume the worst of a company or a person based on the things you don't see because of your own insecurities. That's basically all this comes down to. And like I said, I think it's also hypocritical. Hypocritical to have, what do you call that? Diverse hires. Because that definitely goes against the exact policy of discrimination. Like, how are you going to deny applicants based on their race, sex, or sexual preference because you're looking for one specific type of race or sexual preference? That's discrimination. You're literally distinguishing people based on a thing you should not be distinguishing from. But when you come to my job or even anything you judge upon, you're looking at distinguishable things like their sex and things. So again, why are you looking for that when you look at a company? Or why are you looking for that when you look at someone's relationship or who are they with? It's like, you're the person who's having the issue. You're the problem. It's not the person who decided to be with someone or to hire someone. It's you and your insecurities in which you're not able to deal with when you see certain things. For whatever reason it is that you have your beliefs and strong in. You can believe what you want to believe, but to believe that you can control someone's outcome because it's not what you desire. And that's the thing. That's the selfish part of your thing. You tell companies to not be selfish and to grant opportunity to everyone else, but here you are with your selfishness saying that it should be me or someone who looks like me that's getting the position or with that person. But that's just your selfishness. Like, you tell them not to be selfish, not to be narrow-minded, but here you are becoming that exact same thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And again, this isn't to say like people are not narrow-minded. There's not people who are who go against black women or Asian women or white women or anything in general you think of. You know, it's not to say that there's an anti-person out there or narrow-minded individuals to speak upon. Oh, there's plenty of them. But to say that the majority of people, that no one, first off, no one can measure that. You don't know people's intentions. Sometimes it's never said. And to assume that's a reflection of your own insecurities, in my opinion. But anyways, that's what I say, guys. Let me wrap this up. Peace and love. Take care. I'm out.